All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ribbon Horror Library Trustees meeting. Today is Thursday, July 31st. Let's get started. Sam, is there any correspondence?
Yes, we have a card from Lacey Orlowski. She's one of the Rick Randy scholarship kids. If you want to pass it around.
Wonderful.
That's it.
Do you want to? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just, yeah. Okay, we'll move on, but we'll pass it around. Okay, Katrina, can you please give the treasurer's report?
Yep, give me one second to pull it. All right, state aid is $15,762.44. MMDT has $6,781.45. MBLC has $686,000. Um, the building gift has $35,882.26. The lead grant has $116,895. Gift has $42,197.62. And the Barth month ending statement value for June was $1,782,673.52, which is about the same as it was last time. However, there are lines that are in the red. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Great. Okay. Next is building updates.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course.
Did you want to approve the minutes from May 15th?
Oh my God, I missed that, didn't I? Yep, let's do that. Thank you. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes? Oh my God, I've skipped over everything. Public comment?
No.
Okay. Minutes of prior meetings. Has everyone had a chance to look at the June 12th, 2025 minutes?
Yeah.
Are there any questions about that?
I had one clarification,
Okay.
maybe. In the Friends report, I had talked about the desire by the Friends to purchase a trailer, and they had talked about locating it. And the minutes say next to the building, but I think it would be clear if it said next to the senior center.
Okay. Yeah.
As opposed to
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Good clarification.
Yeah.
To the
senior center, next to the building,
next to the senior center.
the last question. And then under trustee updates, I had attended MVLC.
As opposed to
Board
I
of Life.
always get confused with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I should have spelled it out.
We always have to say it very like
BLC.
BLC.
Sarah, I think a picture of the card if you want to read it.
From Lacey.
You took a picture?
Yeah, I
Great. Wonderful. It's very nice.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Any other corrections, questions? Okay. So would someone like to make a motion to accept it as amended?
I can make that motion.
Great.
I move that the minutes from June 12th, 2025 be approved as amended.
I second that.
Okay, and because Sarah's on Zoom, we're going to go one at a time. Katrina?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Christine?
Correct.
Just like it stuff. Sarah?
Yes.
And Kimberly, yes. Okay, now we can go to the building updates.
So the door opener was fixed, but the front door still has the issue of so while they were fixing the door opener, I don't know if this was discussed, they discovered that some bars that are inside the door are bent from people constantly trying to pull the door open. So it's been bent. So the show did try to straighten them out, but it's not really a quick fix because the door still isn't securely locked sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes you can open the door, like happened the other day, a couple of days ago. So it happened 2 days ago. Yesterday, Nishoba came and fixed it again. But I have to talk to Eric about maybe creating some kind of permanent solution so this stops happening. I know he was working on getting a quote from the Showville. I don't think he did that yet. He's kind of busy right now with everything going on at Park and Rec and over there. So he's been super busy with that. So I kind of left him alone. But he's been pretty good at getting the Showville to come out here to fix it when it's necessary. I know I have to update that too. Yeah, so the door works most of the time, but sometimes it just will open up. I put a sign. The only thing I can do is put a sign on the door saying "Don't
I saw the
force the
sign.
door."
Yeah, have you enjoyed the yes reference?
Um,
little humor.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that's the update with the door. Other than that, today we did have the fire department come because the fire alarm in one of the ducts went off. But we discovered that I think it was me actually. There's a key in the room, the ladder that goes up to the mezzanine. I think I accidentally hit it, and that's how it was the alarm, which I did not even realize I did it.
There's a
So
key in it.
yeah, with the key in it. So we took the key out. We labeled the key that let us know what it belongs to. Put in the key
In the key holder.
box. Yes.
So it's not an alarm that makes noise?
Well, it made a noise, but it only made a noise at the front door. There's that panel,
Mhm.
and there's also a panel in the back storage room.
Yeah.
So that went no, that went off, but the whole building then like sounded normal. But it alerted Eric and alerted the fire department. They
Okay.
came and
Hey, it
we were
worked.
all
That's
trying-
good. They
Yes.
did what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
It was a test.
Yes.
Yeah.
They passed. Excellent.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, does anyone have any questions about building issues? Yeah. Okay, director's report.
All right. So we have two new library assistants on staff. We received 28 applications for the positions. Julie B, Mike, and I interviewed them. We interviewed 6, and we chose Amy Spadano of Groton and Linda Mayer of Harvard. Today was Amy's first day, and Linda starts next week. So they both have experience with libraries, and so far so good. Amy, like I said, today was Amy's first day, so she's only been here 3 hours.
They've been great.
They've been great.
It was a good introduction. It's great.
Amy's first initial, since we'll have to do Amy something and Amy something now.
Amy S.
Okay.
And Amy T is Amy
T is the other one. Okay.
Yeah. Julie Bernardi did announce her retirement after 13 years at the library. Her and her husband decided that they want to take early retirement, so good on them. So I posted it with HR, and today I received 19 applications,
Wow.
including 2 internal. And then Diane finally confirmed after many years of letting us know that she will be retiring on September 30th. Julie B's, by the way, is August 30th. That's her last, August 29th. Diane's going to retire on September 30th. I already filled the position. I posted it. Jennifer Hamilton has accepted. So I sent it to HR today. And then I also sent, I went to backfill, find someone new to replace Jennifer as assistant youth services librarian position. So we're working on getting that done. Michelle in HR said she'd do that on Monday. Yeah, so we're gonna miss them both very much.
Most definitely.
Yeah, Julie and Diane both said they don't really want anything too big, but we're planning a little something, but nothing too.
Can you let us know if there's any contributions we can provide?
Sure.
Are you combining them or are you doing them separately?
No, they're gonna be separate. Yeah. Our gallery committee, Geraldine Miller, Cheryl Hardy Crotchy, and I, we went through applications for the gallery space. I think we received 25 applications.
Great.
And we chose 9.
Yeah.
And then we're going to save 3 spots for the schools. I've signed up for some classes to become MC PPO certified. So I'll be working on doing that. That's so that procurement for Massachusetts.
It's good to know those laws.
So starting to take those classes soon. I completed the information part of the ARIS, so I'm going to ask Kimberly to sign that later. So the financial portion will be due in a few months. Some highlights: total circulation for 2025 was 214,778. 17,000 of those were for Westford. Altogether, we had 24,000 non-residents circs. So that's a huge jump.
I'm glad we're able to provide.
And yeah,
Westford.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's nice to have a library nearby that they can
Yeah.
access.
Yeah, total visits were 81,255 compared to 73,455 last year.
Mhm.
Total program attendance was 7,542 compared to 6,462 the previous year.
It's a good numbers.
15% increase. Like those are good numbers.
Yeah. So doing well. And then we did have an issue with someone using the bathroom, shall we say, on the bathroom floors. They would be discovered the next morning by Lucy's cleaning crew. So they would clean it. They made us aware of it. At the same time, we also had an issue with a teen with stealing some candy and other things from the teen room. So Megan sent this person's parent um, an email letting them know that they are not allowed in the library unless they're accompanied. And this issue with the bathroom has also stopped since then.
Mhm.
So we don't know if they're related or not, but
It was a repeat issue
yeah,
that has resolved.
that has resolved.
Let's
Uh,
please no more poop issues.
yeah. So yeah, so
Backup or otherwise.
that's all I got. Um the rest is just stats and updates and financial. We just started the new fiscal year. So,
So you haven't met them yet.
so not
Damn.
working.
You gotta do it. Come on, get on there.
I'm actually pretty close.
I have no doubt you front load it for there's money.
So any questions?
Yes, for the two big positions that we're filling, who was on the committee to review those applicants?
For the head of CERC, it's going to be myself, Julie B, and Mike.
Okay.
And then for children's, it's basically just me because Diane and I already spoke about it. So,
I mean, for the one that's upcoming, for the assistant youth librarian.
oh, for the assistant youth
Yeah.
services, like
Yeah.
that one. So Diane wants to be on it, Megan wants to be on it, and Jennifer wants to be on it, and I'm going to be on it.
Okay.
Seems reasonable given
Yeah.
who works, interacts with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Julie's willing to be on that committee to find her replacement also.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah. Cool. Anyone else? Questions?
I noticed in the budget, the office supplies, you spend a lot right at the beginning, like 40%.
Yeah, we always
a
do.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
always spend a lot.
I wondered if it was like, were you struggling to make through the end of the last year, or how did that?
No, we always take from gift and state usually.
Happy now.
Actually, for this year, we got an increase in what the town gave us for office supplies because we were just going along with the same amount for a long time. Yeah, but that was one of the requests I had, and it was approved.
We stopped getting breaks that you had.
Yeah, so yeah, basically we were restocking. Usually it's toner. That's like a main thing.
That is a doozy.
It's very expensive. And then paper. We got that. Those are the two main things. Everything else, it's not a big deal.
Do you remember the old library with paper?
We used to use recycled paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that something that
people hated it.
was a great way to get rid of paper?
Yeah, we still do that. We cut it up and we use it as like scratch paper.
Yeah. Okay. Any old business? Does anyone have anything to bring up for old business? Okay. Moving on to new business library policies.
Yes, so the policy committee reviewed 3 policies and they're on the agenda. So the first one we want to look at is Book and a Bite program, and Sam included the links, so hopefully you can all see them.
Yeah.
David, can you see them?
I did, yeah.
I can share it too.
So we tracked your changes, so we just need to discuss them. The first one was we talked about maybe changing the title of or adding something like home book delivery program because people might not know what Book and a Bite is. So Sam, I don't know if you have any opinion on that. I know it's a joint program between the library and the COA, so I don't know if we can even change the name. I don't know. That's just something we talked about.
I think it's fine to change the name if you want to maybe put it in parentheses, Book and a Bite or something like that.
Yes. So our proposed change is home book delivery program and then Book and a Bite in parentheses after that. I mean, in quotations or whatever. So is that okay, the change?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steph, can you track the changes? Because I think my mouse just died.
573. Yes.
And then just, you can, I don't know that I need to read the changes, but we're just proposing some language changes, and you can see, the proposed language changes are either highlighted or they're striked out. So if anyone has any questions, we can discuss it, but I don't think I need to read. It's not really substantive changes. It's all minor.
I think the first paragraph, those changes were more about just being more inclusive about what might prevent you from coming to the library. And I'm accepting the comma changed. So if you see anything you don't want me to accept, or if there's something.
They do get a reminder of the date of delivery. That's a question.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I can clean it up, but if there's anything not. And there is a phone interview.
Yeah.
That was it.
So there seems to be questions about the snack.
I saw that your emails going back and forth.
Oh.
Is there a snack
Yes,
Every-
Yeah,
there's
the COA provides
every time?
funding for the snack.
Yes.
It's not mandatory.
Yeah.
You don't have to accept the snack.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no bite. Unless they're going to eat it.
Volunteers are, I know this was here before also, but volunteers are not permitted to cross the threshold or enter the homes, but they do if they're friends. Is that something that we should, like, are they not permitted to?
Not expected to.
Yeah.
Maybe not expected to.
Whichever.
Yeah.
I don't know how you enforce permitted anyway.
Yeah.
No.
However,
Just in the space that hasn't do that.
I mean, maybe it protects your volunteers.
well, the purpose of them not entering the house is to protect your volunteers and also protect them from any potential lawsuits or whatever someone chooses to.
Right.
It is, and perhaps that should be what we're trying to say here. Volunteers are not expected. It's
Not obligated.
are encouraged to not enter the home.
Like that's
Cross the threshold gets very vampire too.
Definitely. Very much.
yeah. We could probably take the threshold part out and just say enter the home. Yeah. I think that some of our volunteers are also friends with the people that they're delivering things to. And so they are stopping in for a chat.
Maybe it's just volunteers bring the book to the door.
But this policy is meant to cover everyone who may be coming in, not just.
Yeah.
Which is why I think
A
not
friend who's
restricted is
tapping.
okay, is better than not permitted.
Yes.
I agree with that, but maybe there's another word.
Required kind.
What if we say are not allowed to enter the patron's home unless invited or something like that? I don't know.
Really vampire.
Yeah, but then it doesn't protect the volunteer.
It doesn't protect the
Yeah.
volunteer. The point of our policy is to protect both patron and volunteer.
Yeah,
And
so be specific and say, for safety purposes, volunteers are suggested. It is suggested that volunteers use their discretion.
Or hand over the books at the door.
Yeah, I think a positive statement is better than a negative one.
For safety purposes, for both volunteer and patron.
Do you want me to add for safety purposes?
I think we should.
Okay. There's no reason not to be specific.
For volunteer and patron safety.
Now we have 2 hours. Mine just took too long to show up.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
Oh, that's cute. I bet they're all packaged too. For safety.
It is recommended volunteers
Yes.
hand
Material
materials, thank
Thank
you,
you.
to patrons at the
at the door.
Would they ever leave it? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, it says it could be left, there's a
Okay.
note whether they leave it on the
Hmm.
doorstep or whatever. It's DoorDash for books, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're saying they're handing things at the door, but we're also saying that they might not actually hand them to anybody.
It would never be more than handing at I guess, like,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Bring them to the door.
Oh,
Covers both situations.
But then you bring them to the door, then what?
the volunteers hand materials to patrons or leave them at the door?
No, because
No.
then you'd have to say hand them at the door or leave them at the
Yes.
door.
Yeah. No,
To be
we could say
clear.
to patrons or leave them at the door. We could, but I think it's.
It's not clear enough to say then
I agree.
I might be nitpicking a whole lot
No,
here.
no, I
Like
agree.
if you don't say at the door twice, you say hand them materials to patrons, but it doesn't say where,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or leave them at the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Directly to
The
patrons or leave them at the
purpose
door.
of
How
this
about-
is not the safety of the materials. The purpose of
yes.
this is the safety of the people, which are the volunteers and the patrons. So I
Right.
think this sentence specifying that handing materials to patrons at the door with the next sentence saying
Yes.
that they can be left at the door, and we're noting that is
Is okay.
sufficient,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Should I change it to,
We could also add a sentence here saying materials may also be left at the door if we want to.
well, whether the
Clear
items
that,
are
but-
delivered directly or left at the door instead of in person,
That's good.
directly or left at the door? Delivered directly to the patron
Yep.
or left at the door.
Yeah. I know that wasn't at all what the things we changed, but yeah.
This is the key. I found an extra space guide.
Me too.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, it's extra period too.
I won't touch them, but there's multiple extra spaces in
I
that
just
paragraph.
did a find. Yeah.
Do you have, in your breakdown of data, do you have how many people utilize the service?
Yes, it's in the report.
Yeah, it's in our report.
Is
One,
is it big?
I'm not sure.
is it what?
It's only about 4 or 5 people every. They do it twice a month.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
5 people
five.
Yeah.
twice a month.
Somebody gets a lot of books.
Okay.
So in terms of, while we're on this meeting, is it okay to talk about what information we want to receive from this in the director's report at this point? Like, I feel like a summary of we don't need patron initials. We just need number of patrons is 5 and items delivered is
Whatever that is.
40, not quite, but
31.
yeah.
Yeah.
Total, just simplify Amy's tally and also preserve potential privacy.
Yeah.
So date, number of miles, number of patrons, number of items delivered.
It'd be kind of nice to know cumulatively over a year, like
Mm.
you're reaching just the same 5 people all the time.
I mean, you guys can keep, you have initials in our
Like how
log
many unique
because that's
users?
part of the
Yeah,
policy,
just
but in
curious.
terms of your report, I don't think we need it in detail. But yeah, we've essentially have seen these same 5 initials constantly. So it seems like 5 people are getting access to books they wouldn't normally get, right?
Yeah.
With a few here and there added
Yeah, every once in a while,
temporarily.
Yeah, there's been a couple of deaths, unfortunately. And then,
Oh,
it's been pretty consistent with the same people.
I like the policy.
Spaces are doing that?
I appreciate that there is a policy so we can protect both volunteers and patrons.
Yeah.
Do you want to do these individually?
Voting.
Sure. Yes, because in case one of them get one, hold on. Okay, so just has everyone said what they want to say?
Yes, but I'm gonna change on the bottom, we have a lowercase library, the very last line, we usually have it capitalized, so I'll just do that. We're gonna do with them individually.
Okay.
So I move to approve the home book delivery program book in a bite policy.
A second.
Okay. Sarah,
Yes.
Voting,
Katrina,
Yes.
David,
yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Steph,
Yes.
Kimberly, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So now we will do, I can't see the agenda right now. What's next on the agenda?
Vol volunteer was the next on the volunteer.
Okay. Same here, just some minor word changes. I don't think we changed anything substantive as far as content. So I'll just give everyone a minute to just look through the proposed changes and we can have feedback.
Yeah.
The big section where it just
middle,
things
yeah.
out, it exists elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
Is that the main
The senior citizen tax,
work
it's
on
a,
this program?
yeah, that is a town policy.
And you included the link, so that's. Is that your cat? Or is that
Yes,
something
I'm
that's
sorry. I don't know what
It's
his,
very sweet,
No, I like it.
actually, yeah.
I didn't see her.
It
I
makes me
think he's
smile.
lonely. So,
We would like a cat to attend the meeting, please.
Cat.
Like Lenny.
It seems appropriate for library
Yeah.
activities.
Good.
I didn't see anything in the volunteer.
Yeah.
One to have questions about.
I think these updates are appropriate.
so the last paragraph, I had suggested changing to language that I pulled directly from the town, I think the town handbook. And it's just, yes, from the town handbook, just so it's more in keeping with the language the town is using. So,
The last paragraph of the entire policy.
The do not discriminate.
yes, the town, yes. So we would just say the Reuben Howard Library does not discriminate, will not discriminate. I guess we can take out employment practices, but I thought that it would be good to have this same language the town uses, but I don't know. That's my opinion.
Definitely broader. So I like that. Is that gender?
Yeah, I think there was one where it said male or female, and
Yes,
It's under sexual harassment.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yes.
That was struck. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts, comments, anything else to update? Okay, Steph, you want to let us know when you're ready?
Yes.
Okay, it's fine.
Unless you're seeing me.
That didn't, what you just did not take the updated language.
I don't actually see
In the
any
bottom.
updated, like maybe I'm
It
only
was in
seeing
a
the
comment. I
updated.
think it wasn't like a suggested, it was just a,
So I don't see the comments.
No, but I don't see it now either.
Sarah, do you have?
I don't know if I can.
I didn't see it. I didn't.
It was
I
on the
didn't-
right.
I didn't take out the comments, so I
Comments
don't
are
know.
not showing on mine.
Yeah.
You should.
Town of Littleton was it called? What was it called? Where you pulled it from?
Town handbook.
It's funny because I definitely have a view that has limited, I can't see the comments. So, or all the edits, I can't even see.
On this one, I didn't see the comment. I just saw that there
Oh, I
was.
totally saw it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
But if somebody accepts
so
the comments
weird.
and it wasn't language that was invested
Yeah.
in the document.
Well, you could be able to you should be able to, somebody with that
Okay, I
access.
found it.
I can't, I don't have the access,
Yeah.
but you should do the history of the
History,
comment.
yeah,
Here,
the owner.
I'm gonna send you kind of the blurb in an email. I'll send everybody into an email. This is just the bit that's important. Let me know.
I don't think we got it, guys.
Now it's changed to that language.
Yeah. I think the town of Littleton says will not discriminate. I don't know if that's,
Will not.
yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Shall we vote on this one? Great. Somebody please make a motion.
I move to accept the volunteer student and senior tax worker policy.
Sarah, vote please.
Yes.
Katrina.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Chris. Steph.
Yes.
Kimberly, yes. Great.
And I'm sorry that I have to go.
I know. Yes, I'm sorry.
Bye, Seth.
Bye. Bye. All. See you
All right, thanks,
later.
Steph. Okay, so now the meeting room policy. Again, I don't think there was anything major. We did have a question. It said meeting rooms must be reserved by an individual 18 years or older, but when you do the online reservation form, it doesn't ask anywhere your age. So really anyone under 18 could be booking a room and we don't know. So I don't know if we want to address that, Sam. I don't know if that's an issue for you, but it is strange that we have that language and then on the reservation form, it doesn't ask for that information.
You know if I can put it on the reservation form? And also, we approve.
I was going to say you approve
We approve every meeting first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a procedure, not a like a.
Yeah, and normally kids have asked to use the rooms, but they're like robotics groups and stuff like that, and they usually contact me first. Anyway.
Okay. And then it says floor space vacuumed if necessary, but is there a vacuum that they can use? There is. Okay.
Yes.
We've used it.
And then any trash produced by the group removed. Is it like when do they know what to do with the trash? That's why we flagged that. Like, and maybe they do when they get the meeting room procedures.
Other than they have to take the trash with them because there's no insurance.
We just want to make sure that like it was clear, I guess.
You want to say from the library then? The trash is removed from the library?
Sure.
Okay.
Campsite. Like a campsite.
Yeah.
Right, right, exactly.
Yeah.
There is a dumpster, but they don't have the key to it.
I'm accepting the small things.
Yes, thank you. Sam, I do know a while ago, Indivisible had asked.
You're ahead of where I haven't reviewed it all.
Oh, sorry.
Wait for a second, please. You're fine, Sarah. It's just Kimberly's approving things faster than I have read them. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Things were disappearing on me. It's making it hard to read. Go ahead, Sarah.
So there is language in here that we highlighted about political campaign events. So we felt that our language was good, but I do know, Sam, you can like fill in more information. I do know back in June, I think, Indivisible asked to use the meeting room to make posters, and someone had an issue about that. And I mean, Indivisible is not a political organization. It's not, so I personally felt like it fell under the guidelines of the meeting policy, but we raised that to make sure everyone felt like this covers,
it's fine. It's fine. I shared it with town council back when that issue came up and town council had no problem with the wording,
Okay.
so I think it's
All right.
With the addition or
with however it was before.
the prior
Yeah, the
wording?
prior.
So my question was about inserting the language about a candidate.
Yeah, I think so the words for candidates was added to the end of that sentence.
Yes. So you're saying we should take that out?
And Sam said the town council has reviewed the prior language, which did not include those two words.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can take out 4 candidates. That's fine. And leave it as it was.
I think that's better, not to specify, because otherwise you get into questions about who's using rooms, like office holders who use rooms to meet constituents. And then that creates an unfair advantage or disadvantage if other people can't meet and greet.
Well, we're saying those are not available for those types of things.
Well, most libraries have,
Yeah.
That's what this is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we add 4 candidates, then
right.
Or
So I think we
political
should
campaign
not
events in
include
general.
for candidates, because otherwise it prohibits things
Got it.
we
Okay, I'm sorry. Misunderstood.
often see happening in the Commonwealth.
I see that there's um, there's a paragraph that's supposed to be deleted, the one about if it's not left in an acceptable condition, there'll be assessed a cleaning or repair fee. Can you explain why we were taking that out?
Did that move to
it
another
just
spot?
moved.
Oh, it just got moved. Okay.
It's above the paragraph we're currently talking about with
Okay,
4
thank you.
candidates.
Okay.
Here, do you see
It was just in
my?
a weird section. It was
Oh,
just
now it
wasn't-
disappeared though.
That was the one that was supposed to be did.
Hmm.
That's the one that says delete.
Oh,
Do you see it
it
someplace
looks
else?
as inserted under mine. So
Me
that's
too.
weird.
My comment says delete.
It says to delete it. Is it somewhere else or is there a reason why we're deleting it?
I don't remember. That was a Stephanie comment.
Copy it before you
Yeah,
do anything else.
copy it.
I mean, that is, I think,
Do you see it somewhere? We could just do a search on it.
I think it was in another spot, and that's why we thought it was redundant.
Right?
I'm trying
Maybe
to see.
for fee. No, I don't see
I
it.
don't see it.
I'm doing a find on fee and acceptable and
Okay.
It belongs with the thing about cleaning.
Yeah,
Take
Yeah.
that part.
the tapes and the thumbtacks
Yeah.
and the food and the doors, like all of these things go together. So I don't think it should be removed from there.
agree. Can we leave it
Okay.
in for this?
Yes, that's fine.
That's like, Gary, what you did, like to.
Sam, is there any issue with keeping it
No.
in terms of practice? Okay, so are we removing 4 candidates from this?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
take that out now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, I'm about to take out just to warn that some things are going to disappear. We changed outside of to aside from. I'm going to take that out now.
Yes. Thank
But
you.
there's a thing. There's an extra F. Okay. Recurring meetings will not be permitted in study rooms. That was
Why?
changed
Why is it specifying in study rooms?
because
I'm
we
not-
have recurring. I think if they,
I remember we had a whole conversation about the word recurring, because it said we didn't allow recurring meetings in one place, and we did use the word recurring in another place. So we were trying to make it consistent.
because as the points, so in the comment, Sarah, you had that the Board of Selectmen has their meetings in search room regularly. That is recurrent. It's not anymore because they're not having it, but that's the point, is that those are
Okay.
recurring, so we can't say
But
that
no,
they
but
don't.
I think Chris is right. There is somewhere.
Well, at some point there's also a sentence struck later on under the Sturts and Murray rooms that says this person and only this person will reserve a room for 60-day period and no more
Yeah.
than 2
Right.
times in a month. Was the goal of trying to put time parameters over that was to be able to allow other groups access to the room. So I'm
Mhm.
questioning why this is being struck now, unless it's a could not enforce thing. Because I know when I
That was-
go online to reserve my Girl Scout meetings, when I hit the threshold, it cuts me
Yeah.
off. So I know it's not a
And that-
capabilities issue.
And that was to try to open up the rooms to other people, so one or a set of groups weren't using.
Because we had some groups who were just booking them and then no one else had access to
Yeah.
it.
So if you look where that is, where that's struck, and then look down to the next paragraph, I think we tried to make it only, like sort of that's,
Oh, I see it.
I see,
Right.
okay.
we tried to make it a little bit clearer.
So, yes, so that's why we struck the first line, and then the next paragraph that's highlighted, and then the following paragraph is struck because it was redundant language.
So I guess my question, going back to the paragraph we were talking about
What about recurring meetings?
In the study rooms, they're reserved in the same manner, no?
The study rooms
Just
don't
like-
have indefinite periods in advance when you can reserve, right? They still have a time frame.
Right. So the study rooms are usually people come up to the desk and request them, so it's not as big of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a
But the reservation system still limits
Yeah,
in the same way
yeah.
as the Murray and the Starts room.
So that takes care of recurring.
Okay, so we don't need to add in study rooms. Is that correct?
But I think, but
But
recurring meetings happen.
I don't think you need to
I
specify.
don't think we need to get specific.
Recurring.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we don't have to have the sentence if we're clarifying in the,
You have a
specifically
procedure.
60 days and
Yeah.
more than twice and all that kind of stuff. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Yes.
that takes care of the concern that recurring was supposed to address.
Yeah. Katrina, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, this paragraph saying what the rooms may be used for and then who may use them as a permanent meeting place, so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take out that sentence.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. If we're gonna put something specific like that about study rooms, I think it needed to be under the study room and not in the general section.
Mhm.
I see why it's there, but.
Did we think that it's that for that sentence that got deleted about they may not imply that an event or meeting is sponsored, co-sponsored, or endorsed by the library? Did you take that out because the sentence after that you think covers the?
Stephanie questioned if that sentence was redundant. That's why she was striking it.
Okay.
So you and I added this specifically after attending some of those meeting room policy, open forum law meetings.
Yeah.
So
If
while
you
it
think
may
we
be
can keep it, we can keep it. That's fine.
redundant, I'm wondering if it should be
Really
explicitly clear that the viewpoint of the library is not tied to the events.
Mhm.
This is to protect the library from meeting room
Right,
challenges.
because the second one basically says just the name of the library may not be used, but generally speaking, if you're talking to someone or at the beginning of the meeting when you're introducing it, saying, "Oh, we're having this, the library," like just no. If it's not, I think that sentence serves a purpose.
Yeah, I would rather be redundant in this area than as long as they're not contradictory, which they don't contradict each other.
Okay, taking out the thing that's a dash versus a thing, a lowercase p for p. No. No. I want that to be a lowercase p, but Steph is.
Where are you seeing this?
The bottom where it says non-library events may be posted on the library community bulletin board, please bring a flyer to the circulation desk. Can I make that a semicolon and lowercase p?
Isn't this that whole sentence about the display board? It's on a different policy.
Yes, but I'm only concerned with the colon.
I know, but do we need a sentence at all?
Why can't it be a period and a capital?
Also, that's a policy.
A new sentence.
Again, I think it also falls under another policy. Do we even need it in this policy?
Let's just see it. Correspondent event, non-library events.
So we're talking about use of meeting spaces. We're not talking about use of open forums of display boards. So it feels like this last two sentences are not applicable to the policy.
Yep. Okay. Gone. Okay, we're switching which and that.
There was something about an address and a telephone number in part of that
That's
sentence.
Here. That's.
I think the library may deny a request.
This one.
Okay. So that I
you
think
think
it was
that's
really just the non-library
non-library.
events.
So-
And then we had created a second
The
sentence.
second sentence.
Those were the
yeah.
two sentences I was
Okay.
referring to. Yes.
Now that there was a second.
Now I would
Yeah.
like to keep that they can't
Okay.
use our contact information in there as a
Yes,
headquarters.
okay.
Yes.
Right. What is this one? Oh, that's just a line. Okay. Okay, then we get to if your group is if there's a closure and your group has already picked up a key, we strongly recommend you do not proceed. And then step one to know, can we prohibit this? Can we just say you can't have your meeting if the library's closed?
Well, there's no one here to enforce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing we didn't know how to resolve because
Yeah.
there's no one here to like,
Yeah.
stop
As
them.
Yeah.
as a
The door's open anyway.
procedure, they have access to the building.
Are we legal?
I think we put it in there to sort of cover up that if, they slip or something.
Yeah.
But if they do slip, we're still liable, right?
But that doesn't change if we're closed on a good day,
Yeah, right.
Right,
whether or not.
right.
So as a procedure, if there's a weather related closure, do you guys notify anyone who has a reservation after hours if we're closed?
So we cannot prohibit it. So we should.
That the library is closing and the recommendation is that they do not proceed with their meeting given the
Right. But most of the time, if it's a Sunday, people come and get their key fobs on a Saturday. We have a huge snowstorm on Sunday. That doesn't stop them from
The library's closed.
Yeah,
the library's
cracking
closed
away
in
there.
there. Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, there's no way to enforce it to say
Right.
prohibit unless we're going to
Yeah.
station Sam at the door during inclement weather, which is
Right.
not going to happen.
Or like lock it perma lock it instead of having it temporarily locked, but then they're still gonna come.
Those bars.
Yeah.
Then doors and Sam's going to be getting messages that the door's locked. So I feel like the strongly recommend, and I think, did we say, and we gave a justification. So cute. You complete our quorum. Do not proceed or attempt to exit the building until the parking lot and sidewalks of emergency exits have been cleared. I mean, we explain why that is, and you are already in as part of the procedures contacting anyone with a meeting.
Yeah.
Upon a weather closure. But if a Sunday happens and there's a snowstorm, no one's calling them to say that the library is closed because the library is closed.
Yeah.
So I think the recommendation is as strong as we can get
I
here.
can't send them an email.
I mean,
A reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so this is where
I mean, it could go as part of the reminder emails for your meeting. Remember, you have your meeting reservation.
Yeah.
If the weather is inclement, we strongly recommend, but you can just call them.
Yeah. I think it's in there.
It might be.
Right.
I have not read. I have been a bad meeting room borrower and have not read to the end of the email in a bit, but I can start doing so. That's a procedure, not a policy.
Okay, you did a lot of work on this, so I just want to kind of say that it looks like the first paragraph in the next set of paragraphs, there's a paragraph in green that's going to be deleted. There's a paragraph that's crossed out that's going to be deleted, and the paragraph in the middle is going to be the one that's replacing both of those.
It's amazing because I don't have those colors. So let's go with
Okay,
start of the paragraph.
The two that start with any group, there's like one. Yeah.
Okay, you can read this, right?
Yeah. So the first one that starts with any group, and then there's another paragraph.
Yeah.
And then the one below that, any group. Those are going to be eliminated.
Those appear to be the same paragraph copied.
That's possible.
More or less.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They're the same information in those two. I think they moved it up.
So it seems like what we're trying to do is replace it with the middle paragraph.
To encourage.
Yeah. So to encourage.
Yeah, I think we moved that third paragraph that's appearing as though it's the third paragraph. We moved that to be first.
Okay.
So it's really two paragraphs with the second struck out.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm. Because
It
that's
looks
moved to the
like
second.
from staff's notes that the
It
entire
does say
paragraph
delete paragraph.
is delete.
But then it says add. It says delete, and then but then there's an add. So I don't think we're not taking out the first any group. There's just a strikeout sentence in that, but we are taking out The second, any group reserving, we are deleting that entire paragraph, is what Steph was saying.
I'm not gonna copy that paragraph too before I make any changes, because I'm a little worried that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know what the automated
Yeah.
thing is gonna do.
Okay, but the bottom one that starts with any group, the third paragraph, that's gone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one out now. Oh, that didn't take it out.
Oh, it didn't.
No, you're on the wrong.
You're on the wrong one. That's
No,
fine.
it's got that.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
We're getting rid of the, I'm gonna highlight on it so you can see it. We're getting rid of this one. Yeah.
Yes, but it's all part of the same thing. It's all part of the same thing.
Oh,
It's the same, it is the same one.
It's all part of the same
Because it
comment.
moved-
it
Yeah.
is.
Okay, let me try.
Can you just delete the comment?
No, well,
You can.
I'm gonna try.
you could.
Reject suggestion.
But then we won't know what they're trying to suggest.
Yeah.
They're just suggesting
Well,
moving. in this point.
you'll still see, oh, the strikeout would go away too?
You can always undo if that's true.
I can't
You
do
undo
the,
when
the
you get rid of
comments.
the comment. Unless
So
you
let's
know
just
it is.
look at the first paragraph, and then we can, once we address that, then we can delete the third paragraph.
Okay, so any group reserving, so if I take out, so for recurring events, we're taking out.
Yes,
Any group reserving a room must designate one person to represent the group.
yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that out. Okay, and then it says this person and only this person, that's also struck.
Yes.
Question on that though is, this was a part of the computer system, is that we do want to emphasize that the representative is the one making the meetings.
And that was because for certain groups, multiple people were,
They were getting around
Getting
it because
around
they
the
were
whole-
using
yes.
multiple people.
that's why we had that.
So it may be that the intent, so encourage the use of I'm looking at the second paragraph now, to encourage use of the meeting rooms for diverse events and give all eligible groups access to the service. No group may reserve the meeting room. And this must, like, we somehow have to tie this to the representative.
So.
I think this is another case of we're trying to like make it less redundant, and it may be okay to be redundant. Because I think we're saying like that last paragraph, last sentence in the first paragraph. We recommend such groups either visit or phone the library to designate a contact person and reserve space. But if it's important to say this person and only this person.
What if we did to encourage the use of meeting rooms, like the whole purpose, maybe we set a purpose up front. So encourage the use of the meeting rooms, that paragraph.
First.
For diverse events, put that first. So then we understand why we're doing this. And then the detail of every group reserving a room must designate a person. That person is only person who should be reserving, submitting the reservations requests.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, I do think if we lead with our purpose, I think the rest of it becomes more clear.
And I don't think you need the second sentence to get that across.
I agree.
You could just add a phrase at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Any group reserving a room must designate one person to represent the group, and only that person may make reservations.
Yes, I agree with that.
Sam?
The group's name is gonna show up.
So it does have, like, I, as the person who submit for my Girl Scout troop, when I hit the maximum, I cut off until my next period of time is passed that I can use it again.
Yeah.
But groups who are flouting this piece of the policy may be able to get around it. We can't, unless Sam and the staff understand that and know that and talk to the group, then
Yeah, so the thing is, they can get around it, but eventually we figure
They figure
it
it
out.
Yeah.
And so if you say it explicitly in policy.
It's
Yeah.
for us to have something as backup.
Right.
Right.
so if a group does so and the library staff figure it out, then they can approach the group. If it's not in there, then you can't do it. But the computer system, if you are a single designated person reserving, does actually stop you from reserving more.
The hard part would be if you happen to belong to two groups and they both want to use you as their designated person, and they're not into trouble.
That's when they call me and
Yeah.
So I have run into that, and
Yeah.
then I call,
Yeah.
or for purposes of scheduling a meeting, my secondary person will be the scheduler.
Okay, I just made this
Policy is
simpler.
clear.
Now we have these, I didn't delete anything.
Yeah.
These are still the same paragraphs. I just want.
I'm going to guide my teen for 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'm pretty sure it started this way.
Okay.
Probably did.
Pretty sure. But this is why we're doing this.
Yeah.
To make sure that we're all on the same.
This is the difference between delegating to you all the authority to do it
Right.
versus asking you to figure it out
Well,
so
I
that
don't
we
know
can
that
do
any of
it.
us would actually want to have that delegation.
Yeah.
So this is fine.
D&D is over, but he's got a ride.
Okay, good. Okay, so now we have the two paragraphs kind of as,
Yeah. Good. Yeah, that sentence works.
and it even covers, you had a comment for BOS. No group may book a meeting room more than 2 times in a month without the permission, and presumably you gave the Board of Selectmen permission. To
We
have it
did.
more than, right.
That's why we have that in
Which
there.
is why we.
Because there are
have that. So it
exceptions to every rule,
covers,
right?
Yeah, so that covers that. So again, we don't have to worry about that. Okay.
They are no longer meeting here, so that's no longer.
But they could.
They could choose to come if we have better chairs.
Or any other town.
Oh, there were groups that called me all the time.
Yeah.
And emailed me to ask. So, yeah.
Okay, we're getting close to the end of Yeah, we're at the end of comments. Ooh. Oh wait, there was one way up at the top where they're changing the under policies for all meeting and study rooms, which is on page 1. Patrons are expected to review and adhere to the expectations and suggested guidelines. Does anyone have a preference for which word?
I think guidelines. That's my opinion.
The policy.
Partnership.
Yeah, partnership is actually the trouble word.
Yeah, the partnership is the trouble.
But that comes from the sentence above it that says that the library relies on a partnership with users of the rooms. That's why it says partnership.
So instead of keeping with the expectations of this partnership, should we just say this policy
Yeah.
with the goal of keeping meeting spaces safe, clean, and working orders for all patrons?
Adhere to this policy.
This policy.
It's like a really long-winded way of just saying, just really respect your policy.
Be considerate to others.
Damn it.
Treat spaces as you would like your space to be treated.
Yep.
Be a good citizen. There, did I say it loud enough?
Okay.
Adjust the owl.
He's my friend now. He's still staring at me. He's gotta go.
Thanks, Mark. Sure they do. Just want to check the links.
Change the date at the end also.
Yeah. July 31st.
It's a really good date for all these things to be approved.
I like it. End of the month. Okay. Now, if we
It's
feel
John's grandmother's
comfortable and
100th
good,
birthday.
then
So this is a nice date to more.
would someone like to make a motion, please?
All right.
Would the meeting rooms policy be accepted, approved? What are we calling it? What's the action event?
Approved. A second.
Sarah?
Yes.
Yes. Katrina?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Chris? Yes. Kimberly? Yes. Steph? Okay.
5 yes.
Sarah, like seconded it, or,
It was me.
Here's Katrina, yeah. Great, and thank you so much, as always, policy committee. Amazing work. Thank you very, very much.
Is this a good time to ask a question of the policy committee?
Sure.
And Sam?
Go ahead.
I attended MBLC webinar training about policies, and they were actually talking about program policies similar to our circulation policy and meeting room policy, given that there may be challenges to programs. Do we have a policy outlining our goals for programs?
I don't think we do. I also have another policy question. You do yours first. Yeah.
Is this something that we would like to investigate as whether or not it serves us to add a policy? And they also included in that webinar suggesting, much like your circulation and request for reconsideration, that also be incorporated in that.
I'm sure we'll be helpful.
Okay. Is this something we can add to our docket of schedules to research policy committee? I know I just added work to you guys.
Programs policy?
Programs policy, including a request for reconsideration
Of programs.
of programs.
I have another one too to bring up.
I'll try to find the slide deck that I received after the fact to share with you guys. After the
I was reading the blog about what libraries can do when it comes to people that comes to law enforcement, including ICE coming to the library and like what, and there's obviously that's a really huge thing right now. And it's affected towns to our south and to our west. So it's if we're lucky, nobody from Littleton will be affected, but it's not likely. So they suggested also having a policy about law enforcement and immigration and what we can do in those situations. And I do have some links for that. Is that something also that I'd be interested in? And if you need help with that one, that's near and dear to my heart. I care a whole lot about that one. So if you need help, but is that something else the policy committee can look at?
we're looking at you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I thought she was looking at me.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, because my face side.
I know.
Is that also helpful to you?
Yeah, I would just
yes.
recommend a town council to review it.
Yes.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll share the links that I pulled with
Mhm.
with you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Where's my agenda?
I do think the program policy is much under the jurisdiction of the library, much like circulation and whatnot. We don't necessarily need town council to review that one. It's just, I understand for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Great. Moving on to FY26 annual Barth Funds contributions.
Sure. So I am requesting that we transfer $15,000 for books and materials, 7,000 for adult books, 4,000 for teen books, and 4,000 for children's books. For professional developments, we requested $6,000. It was very helpful last year for attending conferences for both myself and the staff. So I just kind of put it at one. I know last year I kind of divided it up, but I didn't end up. A lot of speakers are free for libraries, but just in case they're not, so I'm kind of including speakers' fees and the staff meetings. The staff love the food, so paying for the food. And then for the Ray Grandy Scholarship, 2,000 per kid, so $4,000 total. And for programming and supplies, $5,000 to help supplement what we get from the friends. And for building maintenance and repairs, you guys also already gave us the $10,000. So I'm just kind of, I think I said last fiscal year that I would include it in this fiscal year. So it's really $30,000 I'm asking for now. So.
Thank you for writing up the whole explanation.
I actually really appreciate this
Yeah.
summary of why it's important.
Yeah. That's great.
Greatly appreciate that effort and information.
And just to get me up to date, this Barth money is an endowment that the trustees control?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Lots
Okay.
of different line items.
Yeah.
Some of them are for
Right.
specific things, some aren't.
Yeah.
Yes, and we kind of decided on an arrangement a few years ago that in conjunction with the financial directors at the time and Sam that with the amount that the money was growing, that we would be okay with taking like a certain percentage out
Yeah,
and saying
right.
this is for the library every
Right.
year. Yeah. Especially because that's what people put it in for. So
Right.
that's what it's for. Yeah.
Great.
So every year we take that percentage and we
Yep.
apply it
Yep.
for the next fiscal year. And then, so just to familiarize yourself, we've got the 100s and the 200s. These are for 100s are materials
Mhm.
in general. 200s are specifically children's rooms materials.
Mhm.
300s and 400s are much more general use funds that
So those are just the earmark categories.
yeah, these are all the funds essentially that are being
Yeah.
managed for us. And then we get them and we can transfer anything for our uses.
And do we have responsibility for, the holiday and managing?
I believe the town treasurer
town
is
usually
responsible
they
for
do
that. There's an arrangement with that
Great.
well before our time on the board.
Yeah.
So once this meeting adjourns,
Mhm.
the treasurer, myself,
You're empowered to.
empowered with the meeting minutes
Yeah.
to say,
Move those places, yeah.
contact the town treasurer
Yeah.
to ask for the transfer of the money.
Yeah, it's transferred. The town has the account. It's called the MMDT fund, and it's sort of like a checking. It carries
Their
over
checking.
80 years, so whatever the balance is from this year goes over
Mhm.
pretty much.
So does anyone have any questions about the amount or the purposes? And if not, Katrina, do you have a motion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have a question before.
I do have one.
Go ahead, please do.
Okay, yeah.
If and when Littleton wants to host a legislative breakfast, would that be paid out of something like this? How would that be paid?
So we've done that before.
Yeah, I think in the past I don't remember where we've had them before, but I don't remember where we paid for. Yeah. But
It would have been like something like this, but it might also be a one-off.
Yeah.
This is like the second year we've done this. In the past, the trustees have always transferred $15,000 to help supplement
Materials
materials,
for the bar.
right? Because they were kind of focused on the building.
Yeah.
But now that the building's done, so I think this is the second year or third year.
This is our second year
Yeah.
of using this. So if there's needs to change our
Mhm.
process, we can absolutely do so.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would say that I think this percentage that we set aside in budget and you request it in certain buckets every year is for the direct support of the library. And so if we were to do a legislative breakfast and an event that we as trustees feel is important, then I think that could be, it doesn't limit us to that amount.
Yeah.
We could still go and pull monies beyond the budget, but this money is specifically for, this money is intended to give to Sam to use for the support of staff and services of the library. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Before I go forward, it's more of a procedural question here is, when I make these motions, do I need to do so individually by pulling lines? Or can I just do a bucket? Now, looking at the Barth, we don't have necessarily one line that's going to suffice. So I have multiple lines that I have to pull from in order to hit those goals. So Chris, I promise you I'll email these to you as soon as I finished. I will edit myself as I go. Okay, so I'm going to start with, because we have the materials, we're going to start with adult and YA. So I moved to transfer to MMDT $3,000 from 110 John Hilton Star ending earnings, $4,000 from 111 David F. Rouse Memorial ending earnings, $4,000 from 112 Edward Potter Sanderson ending earnings for the purchase of adult and young adult materials. That's totaling $11,000.
Are you going to add the rest in the same motion, or should we do other?
I think it might be cleaner for treasurer
Great.
in the town if we can do it in bucket.
Okay. Okay, so that's your motion, seconded. Okay. Sarah, voting.
Yes.
Gina,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Kimberly, yes.
Okay. My second motion is to move to transfer to MM.
Second.
I will send them to you after.
Okay,
Yes.
yes. Just about that.
You can write the
I'm just
vote.
keeping track of.
That's what I wanted to add.
And then
Great.
you're gonna send me the language.
Yes, I have the language written. I just wanted to confirm before I sent it to you. So I moved to transfer children's materials. So I'm moving to transfer to MMDT 1,000 from 201 George W. Sanderson Fund ending earnings, $1,000 from 202 Celia M. Houghton Fund ending earnings, and $2,000 from 203 Natalie R. Curran Fund ending earnings for purchase of materials for the children's room.
That's it. A second.
Sarah,
Yes.
Katrina,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Chris, Kimberly, yes. Good. Okay.
Is there another one?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do the professional development Ray Grande Scholarship Programming and Supplies in one motion, if that works. So move to transfer to MMDT $6,000 from 312 Walter Clancy Fund ending earnings, $5,000 from 313 Eunice Morrison Fund ending earnings, and $4,000 from 315 Second Century David Lewis Williams ending earnings for professional development, travel, or staff meetings, Ray Grande scholarships, and programming and supplies.
Thank you.
A second. Sarah,
Yes.
Chris, nope, Katrina.
Yes.
David,
Yes,
Chris, Kimberly, yes. There's a lot of K's in this room. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change my name.
Don't do that. It gets worse.
I don't know, it's Steph and Sarah, the other way, but yeah. Okay, that is all of them. So I think we've ticked that agenda item. Thank you, Katrina, for doing all that work to figure out where it should come from. Sam, update on the consultant for the 5-year strategic plan.
Sure. Okay, so as you know, the strategic plan is going to end in FY27, so we're starting to look for a new consultant. So I reached out to the Mass Library System because they have several consultants on staff that can help. And Michelle Everly is one of those that reached out, got back to me. Michelle has actually come to the library before to do other programs for the staff, and she lives in Air, so she's very, very familiar with the library. So Mike and I met with her over Zoom a couple weeks ago, and we talked about how she can help, if she can help. And she said she is available to help us. She said that due to the current, shall we say, situation with the federal government, that so one of the whole points behind the strategic plan is to submit it to MBLC so that we can apply for state aid.
Mhm.
So she said they're probably not going to be any grant programs. So the MBLC might not even require a strategic plan anymore. They're going to probably make the decision in the fall. So we can do one. I mean, it won't hurt to do one, just for our own use. But it's not going to be a requirement. There aren't going to be the same deadlines that there have been in the past, that sort of thing. But in any case, she said that she can't help us, but she's only really allowed to, she can't do a ton, she can't. So there are other consultants that we can seek out and pay a fee for. But since it's not even really a requirement, is that really a good use of our funds?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so what Michelle said is that she will come to our September 30th meeting with the staff. And she is going to do a what's called the SOAR session with the staff. It's one of their, usually they would do it with patrons, but she said more and more they're trying to get employees involved because employees are such a big part.
Mhm.
So she said she will come to that and do one with the staff. And so basically get staff input on, what they want to see in a strategic plan from the library and the future of the library. She can only do one. That's kind of it. She said since she lives in Air, she can't. She might be able to do another one with like patrons, but she said if you need to do one with patrons or one with staff, and so I voted to do it with the staff because I felt like we've gotten so much information from patrons over the years, especially with the building, and she can help to teach me what to do with patrons. But I really wanted her to focus on the staff, and since we had this meeting coming up, and I asked her to come and do that one. But she said that if there's ever anything that we need help with, I can always send it to her and share information and get tips and things like that. She also said that because she is so close, if you guys want to come to the September 30th meeting, that's fine. Or she might be able to make it to a meeting with us, or a subsection of us. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Do you guys want to create like a subcommittee for this
Yes.
plan?
I don't want to step on staff toes by
Okay.
participating in the staff one of the.
Yeah, she said that it's gone. She has had trustees at staff meetings, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's weird.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. Yeah, so she's going to, she can help us with that, but she can only do so much. So if we really wanted, like I said, it's not a requirement. So I don't know if we really want to hire someone that can cost thousands of dollars.
Right.
Um,
Okay,
yeah.
so I recognize her name because she's the one that Al Hayden recommended last year
Mhm.
when I reached out, and so she got back, Michelle got back to me and kind of said she could do a consult, but then she said she can also help to get us ready to recruit an external consultant. So she's kind of, it sounds like she is that for that step before.
Right.
Um, and my as much as I don't want to be the one to work on a strategic plan because I'm not good at the forest, I don't think it's a bad idea for us to have something to like look for the future. And
Well, I think it's a guiding document. It's
Yeah.
meant to be, this is the path for the next 5 years, and
Yeah.
it should be something revisiting whether or not
Right.
we're applying for grants.
because I didn't even really think of it as being the grant vehicle. I really thought
Yeah, I didn't
this
either. I
was
think
what-
it's our guiding document of holding ourselves. This is our vision, and this is the steps we're going to take to get there.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether or not this is required, I mean, how many thousands of dollars are we
That's the question.
discussing? Like, do we have an estimate?
35?
Depends. There's a whole list of consultants I can reach out to and get quotes from.
Yeah.
Good thing you have
I asked her
procurement
and she
thing.
said it could be, if we want them to do the whole thing for us, it's like $10,000. If we want them to like do a couple of meetings and a couple of interviews, it's like closer to 3,000 to 5,000.
How comfortable do you feel writing a strategic plan if you have all of the information that's been kind of helpfully gathered with a consultant?
I've done two of them already.
Yeah.
So,
So we probably don't need someone to write it for us.
and she said that I can just send her my drafts and she'll,
Michelle will?
yeah, Michelle,
Yeah.
she'll look at it, right?
So I do, in my opinion, I think it's a worthy investment of our trust funds
Yes.
to invest in a strategic plan, person who can help guide us through a strategic plan
Agree.
and
Yeah.
facilitate meetings or whatever with
All the different
getting
groups.
feedback. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I can reach out
But
to,
that's just two of us. How does everybody
No,
else
I
feel?
agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think start reaching out to,
I agree with you. It is our responsibility
Yeah.
for this. So this is
Yeah.
fulfilling
We don't
our
wanna be
role.
lost. Like what happens to our library if we have no plan for it? Yeah.
We have to have a plan so that we can deviate from it. And know,
And come back and be like,
and know by how much.
It's like, and when we're reporting to, town,
Yeah.
back to town and say, this is the plan,
Yes.
when you're studying in front of the budget committee,
Yeah.
year after year to ask for monies, and this is why, then we can point to the strategic plan. Without that, we don't have that guiding document
That's right.
to refer back to. That's the whole reason the town has a master plan. This is our master plan.
And we want someone who can kind of help identify who we should be hearing from and kind of help us get that going too.
And we want that person to maybe be able to facilitate those things. So we're
That's right.
getting responses that are not biased based on who's facilitating a meeting.
That, yeah.
Yeah, what they think we want to hear based on who's guiding it.
Yeah. When I was at True West for trivia a couple of months ago, there were people and they did not live in Acton, but they were asking about the library. And I think they were planning a strategic plan there too. And they were just like, there's going to be a lot of people from Acton here. I'm going to go and ask people. So that was, yeah. And I feel like it was kind of along the same. I don't know that we would hire someone who would go to a place in Littleton and just start asking people because I don't know if that's what they do. But that was definitely like part of, yeah. And
I don't think it's bad to be engaging people outside of the
think
library.
cool. I don't know if they
But
would.
what do you know about the library and what would you want in the library?
Yeah.
Like, I think there are groups in our community that we are not reaching, and
Right.
that this person hopefully will help us
That would be great.
figure out how to get input back or access them, have a conversation with them so we have information back from them.
Yeah.
It could be groups that I don't want to use the library. Well, that's useful information.
Totally. I was just like, I don't know if we're going to have a person that's literally going to go to places. Like, I don't know what rate it is where you pay people to go to places outside, like, and just start talking to people.
After we afford that, we can't.
I don't know.
We have money in our trust.
I guess part of the question is like, what will the consultant do as part of
It would be great if we could have some estimates to discuss in
Yes.
terms of like, this is an estimate and these are the services
Right.
provided under that estimate.
Yes, the range, yeah, for each person.
You know, I mean, yeah, like if this person's like, I can give you this package, and this package,
Yes.
and we can say this is the package we're.
Yeah.
Or multiple people would be good too.
Yeah.
So if that's something that maybe we could have in our, do you think September meeting?
Is that too soon, or do you think?
Is that too, wait, we're in August,
August,
essentially.
like six weeks?
September 11th is our next meeting.
Yeah, I can try. There's already a list. So all I have to do is call.
Okay.
Right,
I don't have to look for them.
that is helpful. But I think this is our main role and we need to handle it. Whether or not we get grants from the state.
Okay, Sarah, you wrote to me about a couple of things and then I asked you to present them, so.
Yes. So I did the library trustee orientation. Like I didn't attend it live, but I got all the slides and presentations and I watched it. And one thing they suggested was reaching out to select board, school board, etc. And I feel, Sam, like you let us know when you're going to the select board for budget. So I feel like we don't really need to do that, but I wanted to just clarify, should we be reaching out to these boards? Or will you let us know when you need support?
Are you asking Sam?
In the context of advocacy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Was this like, was the context under the orientation maintaining contacts and
It was
before you
advocacy.
have a need?
It was under advocacy, which I feel like Sam does a really good job advocating, and he lets us know when if he needs support from us. But I just want to make sure that as a trustee, I'm doing the best advocacy I can. But I don't think we need to overextend ourselves if it's not needed. I just wanted to. It came up, and I just want to make sure that we're doing what we should be doing.
Yeah, I think you're doing everything you should be doing. I mean, I feel supported. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I took away that we need to go to annual town meeting, special town meeting, be visible as library trustees, and so that townspeople come to recognize that we're engaged.
There's a certain section we all sit in.
We're thinking about the whole
We
town.
maybe shouldn't do that.
Not just
We should just spread out more.
Yeah.
and then building relationships with the other leaders in the town in whatever way we are comfortable doing, and then also building relationships with our legislators who represent us more broadly, because ultimately state money comes to us, and so it's good because we're libraries. It's good for them to have good stories that they can tell about where that money is going. So just, I think those are the things that the trustees were encouraged in the training to try to get right on top of, like, know what the story is that you want people to hear about Rubenhall Library, and then figure out how to get it into the ears of other town officials who maybe didn't care about the library per se, in the ears of legislators who do know about the library but want to be reinforced and reaffirmed for their support.
To that end, it's been a while since we've really compiled I mean, we get the snapshot every director's report, but done like a summary of like, this is
the pretty one.
The library at a glance, like the stats that will help us support like how many people are using the library, how much of that increased since X date or whatever.
You like the one pager.
The one pager.
Yeah.
That's the sound bites that you have on hand for when things you get pushed back for, like, why do you need this funding? Well, I think in part your budget justification summary was great because you actually showed with numbers the growth that the libraries had and why those new positions and needs were justified. So I think having that, it would be helpful. I think if we as trustees develop the year at a glance thing that we have at our, like, hold on, let me pull that up. This is the number we have,
Yeah, and I think that was something that came up at the annual Library Trustees Association meeting, not this year, but maybe the year before. But yeah, and it was about having that one snapshot, and especially like because you do an amazing job of like writing like 5 pages for them, but it's also like good to have the page be like, look, this, and then
And it can't hurt to have even one page up, on that desk upstairs or whatever for our patrons to actually see.
Yeah.
This is what our library is serving our community. This is how we're doing it. So we can talk about. I mean, we did this for the building as part of the advocacy for the new building. And we have some of this built in, we being me, that maybe we can pull from that and just redo and see what it means. I mean, recognizing our stats right now are going to be inflated because we have Westford patrons visiting us, but so that means next year will look, once completely, it'll be different, but.
Yeah, and we've already noticed this year that, so during COVID, we just kept extending people's library cards. And then, so our numbers are actually down now because everybody expired. Because
my daughter was very upset that her library card expired and she had to come in to like get it reactivated.
And MVLC purged all of the expired cards, so everybody went down, and everybody was like, "Why are we down?"
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. No, but I think there have been growth in like programs and activities and like number of meetings and like all those things. They're beyond number of users.
Right. We could highlight some of the best ones, just have
and even having those justifications, we went down this year because there's that data point. The denominator changes because of this thing that we have no control over. That is actually a very useful thing to be able to pull up if someone's like, yeah, but your library users are down. Like someone could throw that at us and we could be like, it's down because of this. And you have the reason behind it. And yes, it's down because there was MVLC had the COVID policy and that was taken away. So everyone expired, but also blah, blah, blah. Like we have X number of more programs than we did.
Yeah. And with Westford, we can be like, we were delighted to share the library while they were, Yeah.
So the other thing, sorry,
it's okay. Go.
Are we good on that?
Yeah.
The other thing that, they talked about in the orientation was policies. And then there were some policies that they suggest we have that we don't currently have. So one is public comment. I know we don't usually have public comments, but we do allow public comments. And I think it would be helpful. So if ever needed, we do have a policy on that in case we need it. So we can look
into in the policy meeting I attended to.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Also museum passes. We do have one line in the library usage policy about museum passes. And it just says museum passes are supplied by friends of the library. So I don't know that we really need a whole policy on museum passes. Sam?
What kind of thing does the policy, what kind of thing do they suggest should be in a policy for museum passes?
They didn't, they were just suggesting, I didn't look into.
Named them.
Okay.
Named.
I saw that too.
And they just said, some libraries have, and then they gave a laundry list.
So these were suggestions. So I just thought, but I feel like we don't need a museum pass policy per se, but I just wanted to get the group's opinion.
The only thing about a museum pass is, and I think this one's more of a friends thing, is since the friends pay for it, do they only want littles and patrons to have access to passes? Mm-hmm. So I think we sometimes allow other patrons to use it, especially now with Westford patrons, but there are some libraries that say, no, it's only for patrons.
Okay.
It's our friends. But MVLC has a policy where you can't just circulate to one town. So that's I think that's another reason why we just allow.
Have you seen there be challenges where people are like, oh, I didn't get that museum pass because somebody else had it? Like,
well, somebody else may have it. It could still be a resident.
Right. I mean, like, has there been a situation where you've been like, oh, have you noticed it's been another person from another town?
No, we don't usually. That's come up with other libraries on like the email listservs. Like, does any other library have this? And our patrons use it, please. That kind of thing. But it hasn't really come up for us.
Yeah. So do you think we should have a policy like
Okay. Teen room. We don't have a teen room policy. And I thought it was interesting because we have a children's room policy. Or no, actually we have children in the library.
We have children in the library policy.
Right. So do you think we need language specific to the teen room, Sam, or is that okay?
How about we have Sam ask
Yeah,
our
ask.
young adult librarians what their needs
Right.
are.
So the other question for James and Megan was, I know a while ago I mentioned to you with a policy on the 3D printer, and you said they were maybe developing one.
Yeah, I have to ask them about that.
Okay. I mean, if they want to develop it, that's fine. If they want us to develop these, then we can. I don't want to step on toes. And then social media policy. And again, this was a suggestion. David, you might have more information. I just got it from the slides, so I don't know if they talked more in depth about what that would be.
Yeah, I think it comes up when the library maintains its own sort of Facebook page or whatever. Is there guide that ends up being a staff function typically?
Yeah.
And do they have support and or guidance from the trustees about content?
Do they want or need it?
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Do they feel exposed and they
Yeah.
want to be able to say the trustees have?
I don't think so. It was an issue when we were building the library, where I had to go on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
Um, the trustees at the time did instruct me on maybe don't answer every
Yeah.
which then that changed because that didn't work. But yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay with the way it is now.
Okay.
Usually it's just myself and Susan that posts. So
And it's more content about
yeah, it's usually like
Programs
this
and-
program's this day. It's not like
closures.
Yeah, you're not
and
really,
You're
touching
not
any-
re-sharing
Yeah.
information that is
like towing any line or anything like that.
Yeah. No, I think it was just in that, Sarah, it was in that conversation because it's another point of exposure.
Yeah.
For
Right.
libraries. More
Well, I
generally.
think it might fall under the open forum viewpoint discrimination issue too, but I think if you're using it to promote your programs and closures, and that's different than if you're,
Right. Is it informational versus?
Posting an opinion about something.
yeah.
right.
Right.
And then the question is the comments. So if you're, I don't know if the library is responding to comments. You don't get a ton of them.
I don't get a lot of not since
Not since the library.
yeah, yeah, we don't get those kind of things.
You have to go, but I'm gonna send the minutes.
Okay.
Draft, so you can.
I'll finish
finish
it.
it.
We'll finish it, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then the only other thing that came up was the conflict of interest training. And as a trustee, we are required by law or by the state to do that every 2 years, which I didn't. I realized I was like way. So I did it. It takes about an hour. It is online, but I just wanted to remind everyone that that should be done.
Do you have the link to that, Sarah? Because I know mine, I need
I
to.
can find the link and send it to everyone.
Yeah, I just did it too,
Thank
right
you.
after January.
Yeah, I have it down. Okay.
Yeah, I need the link again, if you have it.
The other thing that we have to do
Oh, yeah, can you send
is
this? Yeah.
the open meeting law.
Okay, the training.
Yeah, whatever. That,
Okay.
our
That's
familiarity with that.
Diane email.
Diane.
Yeah.
I usually get, I think, that's what I was wondering when you said the conflict of interest. Sorry, I just got distracted for a second because Chris sent me the minutes, but is the conflict of interest through Diane?
She can
And-
send a reminder,
Okay, because I can't remember if maybe
but
when
the state runs it.
I just was wondering if I did it when I last got, like if that was just a part of when I last got elected, if she sent it to me or if that was something else.
No,
Yeah, well,
because
it's only good for 2 years and your term is 3
Which was
years.
3 years, right?
That's my phone.
So
Yeah.
I just got reelected and I didn't realize I had to go back in to do my oath, and she emailed me and I was like, well, I can't do that until later in August. But so conflict of interest is like through this, you get a little certificate. So I don't know that I don't think it's through her. It was through the state. I'll find the link and send it to everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
I think open
Good
meeting
meeting.
law, David, correct me if I'm wrong, but conflict of interest, you have to like do the whole thing and you get a little certificate. Open meeting
Yep.
law, you just have to be like up on, is there like a whole thing you have to do, like conflict of interest, you have to answer questions and
There's
Is
like a
it-
quiz.
law the
It's really
same, or-
short. It's
I
really
feel like
short.
open meeting law was like, you just need to make sure that you keep up on things, but it didn't have like a little, like, conflict of interest, you have to take this little quiz at the end, and they give you a
Yeah.
certificate that you did it. So, but that's what I got from the orientation.
Trustees. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing those. I just wanted to circle back to what we were talking about, a one pager. We can come back to that, but is there anybody that would be interested in trying to put that together? Yes. Okay.
I can work with you, Sam.
Okay. Make it pretty. Okay. Thank you. It doesn't have to be immediately.
No, this is like
It's like
let's aim for pre-budget cycle.
Which is, tell me when, because I'll put it on the Sam goals.
When is budget cycle?
November, yeah, November, December. They always surprise us.
Yeah,
One year
That's
is
the right
October,
time.
so
that's
Yeah,
the right time to have
what's
it.
the October?
how about we try to get this done by the end of the calendar year?
Great. Put that on.
It can be simple.
I kept trying to persuade my guest. I was always trying to get Joe Millian to do a state of the library address once a year. So like an event.
We have been invited in front of the select board and I really want to give a state of the library.
Yeah, and he did it once, but he was embarrassed about doing it. So I don't think it ever got done.
I didn't have, I don't think Sam's been.
It would just be very long.
It doesn't hurt to get out in front of other people, but I don't think we need to do it in a grandiose way to start.
Okay. I think we're on other business now. I had one thing. Must have marked it as done. The one thing was about that. The other thing was about the calendar. Okay, newsletters. There wasn't one in July. Is that because you were out and everybody's out and everything like that? Okay, we're going to try. Is there going to be one for August? We're going to try for the monthly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That was my question about that. Anyone else have any other business?
I already brought up my policy questions earlier, so.
As did I.
Is there anything I need to bring to the Friends' attention when they meet?
Friends update? Or
They
didn't
didn't
have
meet.
They didn't
one? Right.
meet.
Okay, so that's why.
Well, you're lucky you skipped that agenda item. We have no meeting.
But they will meet before we meet again.
That's true.
Yeah. Is there anything on your minds that you want me to carry for them?
No.
I feel like I should always ask that question.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Okay, trustee updates. I don't have, this is not important, but I started a puzzle the other day and then I got obsessed with it, so I came back and finished it. That's right. That's all I have.
I signed out a book and I read it. Isabella Allende's book about The Wind Knows My Name. And I returned it. And I did complete all 4 live sessions of the.
You did them through, I was reviewing them as I could.
4 live sessions of the
The
orientations.
training, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I was going to make it all 4, but then I was able to do it. So I figured, oh, let me do it. What was it?
So I attended the policy training. And then also signed up for the one about the census in the library, but I unfortunately wasn't able to attend. They sent me the slides.
I started going through I started watching it. And then I stopped, which is not really. I did sign up for the emails from the census and for a thing on the census so I can go and look at things. But yeah.
No, the idea being that I know there's demographics in town here that we are not engaging, so it'd be nice to know what they recommend. But and then I watched some of the orientation just to refresh my brain.
Yeah.
And the teen programs are a big hit from the youngest. And I also very much appreciate just seeing kids enter the children's room and jumping on the Candyland spot.
There's Candyland?
Oh my gosh, they're adorable. They literally come in and they hop all the way to the end of that every time they enter. It was kid after kid. and I very much appreciate their joy. So I liked the decorations and the children's run for Susan. Anyway, those are my shout outs. And I'm gonna miss Julie and Diane.
Yeah.
I have over 250 hours of reading. I've been doing a
I
lot.
have like 10.
Well, I have.
That's amazing.
I've been using Hoopla in Libby. Lots of audiobooks.
Nice.
That's great.
I'm jealous.
And I also did. I looked at the. I watched the recordings of the trustee orientation.
Right.
That's great. Awesome. Just trying to do minutes at the same time. Okay. Terrific. Anything else, Sam? Let's go over. Okay, so I will. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Move to adjourn.
I second.
Berg. Okay. Donovan. Vote is votes. Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, Katrina.
Yes.
David. Yes.
Yes.
Kimberly. Yes. Okay. The vote is 4-0. 2 are absent.
Next meeting is
Draft.
September 11th,
September 11th.
7 p.m.
At 7.
That's right.
Yeah.
And yes. Awesome. Yes. Next meeting, September 11th, 2025, 7 p.m. I'm gonna put that right in the minutes so we have it. Okay. Terrific. Thanks.
See you next